Welcome to my Pokemon press conference 2019 recap and reactions. And gotta say, I was expecting a little bit more than that, especially with all these announcements. And before I get ready to say anything, if you are a mobile fan, I think this year probably gonna be excited. But I just gotta say, I'm only excited from all these little announcements. Only can say one game really excited me. It just got me a little bit hyped up. But just to say it right now, we got Sword and Shield news. We didn't get any sort of Sword and Shield news or gameplay or anything from this press conference, but they did say really quickly, just to tell you guys, June 15th, which is next Wednesday, is going to be the Pokemon Sword and Shield Direct. So I'll be checking that out with a similar video next week to talk about it. That's the game I'm really hyped for this year, I can really say. But let's get right into it. What did they just talk about? I'm going to have everything that they talked about from in the description of this video. But I don't think this was really all that good. New Pokemon Center. They talked about a new Pokemon Center that's in the works, that's being built in Tokyo and coming this fall of 2019. New Pokemon Center Parko experience. Pokemon Quest, which is going to be the very first Pokemon game, is going to be coming to China. They talked about Pokemon Quest PvP, so that's going to be coming soon also as well for China. This game called Pokemon Home. Now, what is Pokemon Home? Just some of these names for some of these games. So Pokemon Home, basically, I have it here for just the notes, because I was a little bit just trying to find out even more information as they talked about it. It's where all Pokemon can gather from Pokemon Bank, 3DS, your 3DS games, Pokemon Go, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee Edition, and as well as the upcoming Sword and Shield later on this year. So you'll be able to get all those Pokemon that'll be able to gather from all those different games. And also they said that it features trading anywhere, anytime, as long as you have your smartphone. So this is coming early 2020. So it has an early 2020 launch. Right after that, just like I already told you guys from the beginning, June 5th, they had said that the Pokemon Sword and Shield Direct is scheduled for next week, so you guys can stay tuned for that. I want to see more of Pokemon Sword and Shield. I definitely want to see more. I want to see the legendaries. What's going to be the legendary Pokemon that we're going to be chasing? More of the battle system, a glimpse at some of the starters, maybe the evolutions, the evolutions of the 3 starters that we're going to get, the fire and grass and water Pokemon. I want to see that. Maybe one of the gym battles, the gym trainers, maybe some of a town exploration, a little bit of some gameplay, a few seconds of just running around the town to get a look and see how the town looks. Maybe show off the map a little bit, the new region that we're going to be experiencing. Some other things like that I would like to see for Pokemon Sword and Shield next week, but I'm sure they're probably going to show that. But I just got to say, I'm excited for that. For Pokemon's future, Sword and Shield that's the hype game for me. Even though I did enjoy Let's Go Pikachu this year. Let's Go Pokemon, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee this year. Now this next game is just silly. It's like they couldn't even come up with anything else. Just looking at it, it's a Pokemon sleeping game. It's called Pokemon Sleep. So they basically said, first they said Pokemon Sleeping Entertainment, and then it says Pokemon Sleep, where the players' time spent sleeping affects the gameplay. So sleeping into gameplay. That's basically what it is. I'm just as lost just explaining this Pokemon Sleeping Entertainment. Am I interested in this? I'm not going to really be playing this. Anybody else is going to be buying this? Pokemon Sleep? This is coming 2020. The next announcement, a new device called Pokemon Go Plus. That's the name of the device. It's crazy. This can also be used obviously as a Pokemon Go Plus device, just like I mentioned in the conference. You can put it on your bed, and it can track your sleeping info, and as well as if you're playing it during the day, it'll be able to track your information, your walking distance when you play Pokemon Go. And if you're asleep, you put it on your bed, it'll be able to track the number of hours that you slept. So that'll also be something that's going to be implemented for this device. But I don't see really many people getting into this Pokemon Sleep. But speaking of sleep, the sleeping Pokemon that we all love, Sleeping Snorlax, can now be found. I guess right now, I'm not sure. I haven't played it in a while. Pokemon Go, They said Snorlax, Sleeping Snorlax is going to be eventually be able to be found. I don't know if it's tonight. You guys can try it if you want. And if you guys haven't even played Pokemon Go in a while like me, maybe I'll check and look into it. But I hadn't even caught a Snorlax yet. And even when I try to find one, last time I tried to find a Snorlax was when the Footsteps feature was still existed in the game. But that's long gone from the tracking system. So maybe I'll be able to get my first Snorlax ever for Pokemon Go. So you'll be able to see, you boot up your Pokemon Go on your phone right here, and you'll be able to see, just like at your Pokestops, you'll be able to see like a giant Snorlax just sleeping, and you'll be able to catch it. So that's the news for the Snorlax information for Pokemon Go. Now this was the highlight for me, Pokemon Masters. And what did I say about mobile? That's going to be the newest mobile game that they're going to be working on. We got to see gameplay. It looks really good. It's like, I think it was 3v3 gameplay, but I'll have to go back and watch it and see more. But we're going to find out more details about this this coming June. So I would assume during Nintendo Treehouse, or I'll say Nintendo's press conference, E3 press conference, we'll be able to get to see a little bit more of the new Pokemon Masters game coming to smartphones, where all your favorite trainers will be able to appear in the game, and they showcase Gary or Blue, and I'm sure they're going to have Red, which is Ash, in the game. They show Gary or Blue, just like I mentioned, Brock. It's almost as if he went Super Saiyan. It was pretty sweet. Brock, Misty, and then Cynthia from Pokemon Sun and Moon. Almost forgot the version, but they showed her too. So all those are the trainers that we got to see: Gary, Misty, Gary aka Blue, Misty, Brock, Cynthia, and that was basically it from the gameplay. But they're gonna show more this coming June, so I'm guessing it's probably gonna most likely be at the Nintendo E3 press conference. And then the last announcement: Pokemon shirts, like I'm wearing right now. But it's not gonna be like this. It's like the little button-ups, the collar button-up shirts. Those look pretty cool if you guys are interested. So they said. That was just the last announcement. Pokemon shirts and more details being shown will be given later, at a later date. So that's our announcements for the Pokemon press conference. Now, let's just think about it real quick. What was I looking for this? Way before I even once I found out that the conference was today, I was hoping to see like a remake. Maybe they'll come out with like a brand new Pokemon game. I would like to see a Pokemon Coliseum remake, or a brand new Coliseum game that's completely just with a different story, a different character. And I really loved Pokemon Coliseum way back on the GameCube. It's one of my favorite GameCube games I ever played, and one of my top favorite Pokemon games, in my honest opinion. If you guys play Pokemon Coliseum, and then the other one was Pokemon Coliseum XD Gale of Darkness. I didn't play that one, but I had Pokemon Coliseum back on the GameCube. I would have loved to see a remake for that. I would have loved to see some kind of, maybe, I see some people talking about Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remake, just one of those other ones. See how, now when I say remake of some of those older handheld versions of the game, remember how they did Pokemon Fire Red, Pokemon Leaf Green? They could have did something like that if they wanted to. And I'm sure most people, I'm not the only one out there that was probably looking for that. But I'm not saying this I was expecting a little bit more from this press conference and all the hype, but I guess if I had to pick from all the announcements, just to say it again, Pokemon Masters is the game. And if you still play Pokemon Go, you gotta be excited a little bit for Pokemon Masters. Some people probably stopped playing Pokemon Go and got bored of it. So who could blame them? Stopped playing it years ago. But I stopped playing it because I was playing Pokemon Let's Go. I was playing Pokemon Sun and Moon from last year. And then later on this year, I'm going to be playing Pokemon Sword and Shield. That I'm going to be really into. So I'm not going to really be playing. I'm just going to disappear again on Pokemon Go. So I'm not going to really be active on there. But when they showed this Pokemon Masters game, I want to check that out. I think that was just the highlight for this whole entire press conference. Everything else, like a sleeping game, I don't think anyone's going to really be interested in Pokemon Sleep. This sleeping entertainment. It's just laughable. Just when I just look at it. It's as if they couldn't even come up with anything else. But hey, it's something different, I would say. Hey, the key thing is different. But for me, it's being a Pokemon fan, I'm not going to really be playing that. So, Pokemon Masters is the highlight for me. And then I would say Pokemon Home. Almost forgot about that. I can just say that where all your Pokemon will be able to gather from all those different games. From all the Pokemon that you really gather from all those games from your journey, and if you have like a favorite like Pikachu, that's one of my all-time favorites. You can bring him, you'll be able to bring him into Pokemon Home and bring him along with you. But with this next generation, I'm not going to really be thinking about Gen 1 Pokemon. I'm just going to be trying to catch on and find, discover all the newest generation Pokemon that they're going to show. I'm looking forward to next week. So even though this is not going to be something good, I'm going to be looking forward to Pokemon Sword and Shield. So Pokemon Masters is definitely the highlight for me. So let me know what you guys think about it in the comments and what you guys thought about this conference. But again, I was expecting a little bit more. But I guess next week is going to be better for Pokemon Sword and Shield.